And today on the Vet and Brook, we're talking James Harden and Houston Rockets.
And we're starting right now.
Welcome to the Vet and Brook. Your host GQ on the mic, and as always, I got my right hand man with me, the Rook. What's up to him?
What up, what up?
And today, everyone, we are only talking what, Rook? Let them know.
James Harden and the Houston Rockets.
That's right, James Harden and the Houston Rockets. The saga, right? We should say.
Yeah.
Thank God for him, because that's all we're talking about. Because otherwise, we'd be talking about like Kyrie Irving and over in Brooklyn. He's taking a lot of attention away. But James Harden, he's really been bothering me. He's really been under my skin. James Harden is someone who I admired. Really, I thought he's one of the best players in the league from the moment he left OKC. Even when he was there, I thought him and KD were neck and neck to be the next transcendent stars. And since he left and went to Houston, Houston's done nothing but accommodate him. Right?
He's trying to make him feel better.
They bring in Dwight Howard, they bring in Chris Paul, they bring in Russell Westbrook, they even develop Clint Capella, they bring in other assets around him. Right now, all of a sudden, he wants to trade. He wants to get out of there. He's caught in the club. He's giving little baby $100K cash. He's not wearing a mask. He seems like he's doing, he's being really irresponsible right now. It doesn't seem like he really cares. He's trying to show a message to Houston. I personally think, like I said, Houston's done nothing but accommodate him. They traded away Russell Westbrook. They didn't get peanuts. They got John Wall.
They got Boogie now.
And they got Boogie, but let's not forget John Wall. John Wall is someone who hasn't played in a long time, but John Wall is an all-star player.
Baller.
He's a borderline MVP type of guy when healthy. So let's not forget who he is. So I know he's healthy. I know he's not Russell Westbrook, but he's a notch under. So I think he's no chump. And like you said, they bring in DeMarcus Cousins. DeMarcus Cousins, let's not forget him either. That guy was arguably the best center in the league not too long ago, right? So with him healthy and John Wall healthy, who already have rapport and who have a relation that goes back into Kentucky, right? I think this is a good fit for James. I don't know where he thinks he's gonna go. I don't know if he thinks he's gonna go to the Nets, Philly, or join Giannis in the Bucks. I don't know who's gonna trade and give up a truckload of picks and players and the future of a franchise just for James Harden, who might not even re-sign with a team.
No,
he's got 2 years left on a contract. He might not even re-sign with them. That's another problem. That was the thing with Anthony Davis last year. Teams were scared to trade for him because they knew that he wasn't gonna re-sign with them. He was ultimately gonna go to LA. So that was the same thing with James now. They're afraid. So if I personally think James Harden's best shot is to stay here in Houston, see if he can figure out with John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins, who had an awesome debut. I think they can really work something out. John Wall can play the ball, and he's a little different dynamic than Russell. He can shoot a little better as well. So I think they can really work it out. I think they could finish 4th, 5th in that middle pack. Maybe even surprise people finish at the top. I think James could stay, really go at it this year, and prove people wrong that he can win. Because he wears that MVP on his chest a lot, but he knows in this league all that matters is that thing that goes in your ring, right here on your finger. That's your ring right there. That's what LeBron's the man. So I think his best option is to stay in Houston.
Yeah, same. But if you haven't seen the ESPN reporter saying something about James Harden is unfazed by John Wall being there.
Yeah, I saw Woj's report. Yeah.
How could you say that? Like a superstar player like James Harden, you have John Wall and Boogie Cousins now. Like that's not a good mentality to bring on the court. That can affect the long run. Like how you can make the finals if you don't have good chemistry on and off the court. Like no one's on the same page and everything. Like there's almost saying like how like he thinks he's like the best player. Like what I'm saying, like he thinks he's better than everybody. You can't have that mentality with other players on the team who also elite like you. And I think that's just gonna affect everything down the road. And he doesn't seem like he really cares.
Yeah, like I say, you're responsible. He's
irresponsible, and if you don't have the same page with people on the court and off the court, you're not gonna go anywhere. That's why I think he's never gonna get a ring.
I think so too.
He's too much with the ball, and he can't get good chemistry with players.
And to harp it on that point, right? The chemistry with the players. He wasn't there in training camp.
No, he
wasn't there for anything. He just played.
He was a little baby over there.
He was a little baby in the club. He just played the other night, I think, James. I don't know if he showed up yet. I think he played. I have to double check that, but I think he played. But to your point, like I said, these guys have built rapport already. Like I said, DeMarcus Cousins and John Wall played at Kentucky together. Yeah, right. Other guys have been in the locker room. Yeah, there's been a guy who's like James Harden, who's the franchise guy, who's supposed to be that's his locker room.
It's gonna affect everything.
Now all of a sudden can become that outlier, in that locker room. Become that outcast, and he can damage rapport. Maybe they won't let him in there. Maybe he'll just damage that chemistry. So it seems like he's setting up for failure right now.
He could bring John Wall and like the Boogie Cousins, like their whole like relationship and stuff, like he can just mess that everything up now too.
Yeah, you never know. So he can call some waves, but like I said, I think he should try to work it out, stay in Houston. He's got 2 more years there. If it doesn't work out this year, maybe really pursue a trade this offseason. But give John Wall and DeMarcus Cousins a shot.
Good.
John Wall's no scrub. I think a lot of people throwing dirt in his name and really disrespecting that guy. You know, he's a speedster, man. Speed kills, quickness kills, and I think he's got it all. And I think they should really stay. So, Rook, I think that's what we call here a Big Jersey fact. Okay? I think they could stamp it. I think they could certify it.
Take it to the bank.
Take it to the bank. And like I said, that's what we call here in Jersey big facts.